In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, who created us and who sustain us in being, and who accord to each person particular gifts, through whose use we give glory to you, send your Holy Spirit upon our graduands this afternoon, who have completed courses in the Department of Journalism, Media and Business, the Centre for Business Management and Marketing, and the Department of Psychology, to strengthen them to embrace the challenges of the future, so that they may each contribute, through the qualifications which they have gained, to the building up of the civilization of love in your world, which Christ your Son came to inaugurate. We ask this through the same Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Please be seated. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduates, guests, staff, I now declare the ceremony open. I invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Margaret House, to give her welcome address.
Chancellor, Chair of the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and especially you, our graduands. Welcome to our 2015 graduation ceremonies. It's my pleasure and honour to congratulate you on your success in graduating from Leeds Trinity University. Today we recognise the achievements of you, our newest graduands. It's a time of joy after much hard work and dedication, a day that everyone here at Leeds Trinity looks forward to with pride. For you, our graduands, this ceremony marks the completion of your studies and the beginning of fresh challenges. We share in your excitement and wish you luck in the future. What you have achieved should not be underestimated. You had to work hard to earn your place on your chosen degree programme, competing against many others for your university place. Whilst gaining your place at university was an achievement, once you arrived at university, the hard work really began. Intellectually and mentally demanding, studying for a degree requires a great deal of hard work, perseverance, and determination. But you've done it. And today is your day to celebrate. You thoroughly deserve your success, and I hope you feel as proud of yourselves as we do of you. Graduation is a very special occasion, giving you the chance to reflect on and celebrate your achievements. But of course, this isn't goodbye. Leeds Trinity is your university and will be here for you whenever you need us, when your skills need refreshing, when you're ready for the next academic challenge. As a Leeds Trinity graduate, your future is bright and your opportunities are boundless. Be confident and ambitious. Whether you have your future already mapped out, or whether you're pausing before deciding what comes next, I believe we've prepared you well to work hard, to work well with others, and to take pride and enjoyment from work and study. Today is a special occasion for your guests too, and I'm delighted to see so many guests here present this afternoon to celebrate with you. Parents, carers, grandparents, husbands, wives, partners, friends, children, teachers, you've all been there for our graduands throughout their entire education journey, a journey which started long before Leeds Trinity University, and a journey which for some will continue to postgraduate study and research. Your contribution to their success has been invaluable, regardless of the ways in which you've supported our graduands. I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for always being there for our graduands during their time at Leeds Trinity. And I'm now going to ask the graduands to stand, to face your family and friends, wherever they are within the room, and to join with me in showing your appreciation. That really didn't sound terribly grateful. Come on. I'm honoured to share the altar with another group of people here today who've played a significant role in your success. These are my colleagues, your lecturers and tutors, who've been there for you throughout your degree programme, supporting you and providing you with knowledge and inspiration. I'd also like to thank our support staff, without whom the delivery of your programmes, or indeed events like today, would not be possible. I'm incredibly proud of the academic and support staff here at Leeds Trinity. They work hard to ensure your success. And this time, I would like the staff to stand, and for those staff who are out in the atrium to come into the chapel and join us. And this time, graduates, I ask you to join with me in showing our appreciation to the Leeds Trinity staff. Thank you. The years that you have spent with us have been a time of great achievement for Leeds Trinity. This year, our quinquennial review by the Quality Assurance Agency resulted in the affirmation of our quality and standards. The outcomes from the 6-yearly Research Excellence Framework reported our research in communication, media and cultural studies and English language and literature to be world-leading. This year, we opened the Trinity Enterprise Centre, a new facility to foster students' entrepreneurial and business skills. Ben Lawton, one of our final year business students, was awarded the Duke of York Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award. In November, we launched Leeds Children's University, and in May appointed England midfielder James Milner as the first Chancellor. Leeds Children's University aims to improve the life choices available to children in Leeds between the ages of 7 and 14, and we are grateful again to our staff and students who, through volunteering, support many of the extracurricular activities on offer to the children. We are committed to providing the highest standards of learning and academic excellence for our students. Last year, over 95% of graduates were in work or further study 6 months after completing their studies. For the second year in a row, a record number of our students, you, have achieved first or upper second class awards. And student satisfaction with their course at Leeds Trinity once again exceeded national averages, according to the latest results from the National Student Survey. In addition, the Guardian University Guide ranked us second in the UK for student satisfaction for assessment and feedback. We're especially proud of these last 2 accolades, as they are accolades bestowed upon us by you, our students and graduates. As a result of these achievements, the university climbed 27 places in the Guardian University Guide League table, and we were ranked 28th out of more than 100 universities in a recent What's Uni compilation of top UK universities. We're incredibly proud of these successes from across the university, many of which have been contributed to by you, our graduating students. We recognise that you are graduating in a challenging economic climate, a climate of substantial change. However, as a Leeds Trinity graduate, you have enormous opportunities waiting for you. Your degree has provided you with both knowledge and highly sought-after skills. In addition, the vocational focus of your course has given you the best possible opportunity to be ready for the world of work. But degrees aren't just about gaining academic skills and becoming employable. Throughout your time with us, you've gained independence, developed as individuals, and made friends for life. Maybe you've even met your future partner. These achievements are just as important as the academic merits of a degree, and I'm sure I speak for everyone here when I say it's been a pleasure to watch you develop and grow into inspiring individuals with very bright futures ahead of you. Leeds Trinity University may be less than 50 years old, but in that time we've achieved a great deal. These achievements are the result of a successful partnership between the university and you, our graduands, soon-to-be alumni. We can only sustain our success by continuing to recruit outstanding students like you, with the potential to achieve what you have achieved here today, and you should feel very proud of the role that you have played in Leeds Trinity University's success. Today, we are celebrating the success of you, our 2015 graduates. Everyone at Leeds Trinity appreciates that life is far from easy for today's students. Learning is a personal challenge. All of you have had your own particular challenges to face, and all of you have overcome them. Your family and friends will have supported you. Many of you will have had to work to support yourself through your studies. All of you will have made sacrifices to ensure your success. It is therefore with enormous pride that everyone here at Leeds Trinity sees your success today. And I'm sure that family and friends here share in my delight at the achievements of you, our 2015 graduates. You are all exceptional people. Congratulations, well done, and good luck.
We now move to the conferment of awards for our graduates. I invite Ms. Catherine O'Connor to present awards for the Department of Journalism, Media and Business.
Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the following. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Business, Joel Harrison. Natalia Kennedy. Benjamin Lawton. Kate Livingston. Louise McCartney. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Business and Management, I present Eid Al-Rawaf. Frewot Ayasu. Jordan Gilligan. Georgina Hughes. Lucy Hunter. Paige Lancaster Price. Daryl Love. James Lynch. Scott Marshall. Jas Sandal. Dean Wild. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Business and Marketing, I present Christian Edwards. Hannah Merritt. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Business Management, I present Melvin Flockton. Sharik Siddiqui. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of awards for business.
I now invite Mr. Bruce Rainford to present awards from the Department of Psychology.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Forensic Psychology, I present Emily Bedford. Iona Button. Lauren Edgar. Lucy Fowler. Charles Griffin. Ashley Howard. Gemma Humphreys. Lucy Jenkins. Gabriel Kewin. Emma Kitchen. Jessica Langdon. Sana Maroof. Jordan Mayo. Bryony McCulloch. Nicola McShane. Josh Merkovich. Daniel Osborne. Amy Papworth. Alexandra Pierce. Emma Phillips. Saika Salim. Angela Shanks. Kristen Todd. Catherine Turpin. And Megan Woods. And for the award of Bachelor of Science in Psychology, I present Parisa Asghari. Fiona Barclay. Lima Begum. Melanie Bevan. Amelia Beveridge. Ella Botting. Lauren Brown. Georgina Constantinou. Samantha Green. Amanda Hayes. Matthew Heppel. Tara Hines. Rachel Morn. Neve Moore. Paul Murray. Louise Osborne. Kelsey Parker. Sophie Player. India Raoul. Abigail Robinson. Sadia Salim. Nicola Smith. Jared Spark. Emma Thompson. Maximilian Tyndall. Melina Turano Harling. Hannah Watkins. Ashley Watson. Danielle Watson, and Kirsty Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of awards from the Department of Psychology.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the presentation of prizes. I invite Ms. O'Connor to present the Business Prize recipients.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, I present the following graduates who are also recipients of the Leeds Trinity University Prize: Darryl Love and James Lynch. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of Business Prize winners.
I now invite Mr. Rainford to present prize recipients from the Department of Psychology.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, I present the recipient of the British Psychological Society Prize, Samantha Green. I also present the recipient of the Psychology Department Prize, Georgina Constantinou. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation of prizes from the Department of Psychology.
Mrs. Gabby Logan to give her address.
Thank you, Catherine. The Vice-Chancellor, academic staff, parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, boyfriends, girlfriends, sisters, brothers, whatever your relation is to our fabulous graduates here, thank you so much, all of you, for coming and sharing in this today, but also for the incredible support that you've no doubt given over the last few years or so. In fact, probably over the last 20-odd years. To get to this stage right now, it doesn't just take a few years, it takes a lifetime. And you guys, congratulations, you've done it. You've got here today, you've got your degrees, you're sitting there after all that hard work, and it's wonderful to see your smiling faces and relief. It's a kind of moment that is a collection of moments in your life. And as James and Darryl will probably attest just there, when I was asking James his name and he kept saying thank you. And I thought that's a strange name. It's a moment that sometimes you don't quite know you're in, and it's quite surreal. It's almost like a goldfish bowl. You can't believe you finally got here, sitting with your mortarboards on your heads and your gowns on and all your glory, and you all look absolutely fantastic and well-navigated girls in the incredibly high heels to the stage. Quite disappointed, actually. This is the third year of doing these, and nobody's fallen over yet. I'm waiting for a great YouTube moment, but Leeds Trinity obviously trains its ladies well, and men, because there's some interesting footwear in the male department as well, it has to be said. I sat where you are right now, not literally here, but receiving my degree 20 years ago. And it only dawned on me that it was 20 years ago, a few weeks ago, when I was very generously asked to go up to Durham and pick up an honorary doctorate, which, much to my mum's dismay, doesn't mean you can call me Dr. Gabby Logan. She's desperate for me to kind of have some letters after my name. But I was very, very pleased and proud to go up there and receive that. And it was while I was sat waiting to receive this honorary doctorate that I realised it was 20 years since I picked up my degree in law from Durham. And 20 years just flies. It goes in the blink of an eye. When I graduated, I had a mobile phone. I'd had that a year. I was one of the few people on my course that had one. And they definitely weren't ubiquitous amongst my whole course. We didn't have Wi-Fi. The internet had been invented, but we didn't use it universally within halls or anything like that. You had to go to an actual library where there was a big computer with a huge keyboard that took ages and ages. In fact, I was reminiscing when I was up in Durham with some of my friends who are still up there about how long it used to take to get things printed off and get things kind of, churning through the library computer department. So much in our lives has changed. I've seen parents and sisters holding up iPads to take your pictures. Obviously the only thing that we had then was a real camera. And so much will change in the next 20 years, in the next few years of your professional lives and your working lives. And it got me thinking when I was coming up this week to do the graduations about what I would like to have known a bit more of then 20 years ago. What are the tools that I wish I hadn't kind of had to go through so many ups and downs to collect in my armoury along the way? And I've managed to condense it into kind of 4 because I know you all want to go have a glass of champagne, and I'm not going to spend too long taking up your very precious time with your families. But the first one is love. And love can encompass all kinds of areas of our life. The obvious ones, the relationship that we want for our life with the partner that we want for our life, our families, the incredible love and support they give us, the love that we get from the things that make us happy and the passion that we have for something, the love that we can give other people in our working lives. And that sounds a bit dramatic, but the generosity of spirit and the kindness that you can show people through your working life that can make a difference to them, just the moments that you can share with them and they know that it's come from somewhere very special within you. And I've seen that through my working life and through my private life obviously as well, but my professional life, I can see that people who do things with real love and passion, they just seem to engender such incredible spirit around them that people want to work for them, they want to be drawn into them and share in the passion that they have. Passion is a wonderful thing to get hold of if you can for what you do and love what you do. Because if you love what you do, you will never feel that you're actually doing a day's work in your life. And I've always tried to live by that mantra. Of course, there are days when even the job that I do that looks from the outside to be quite special and quite exciting can feel a little bit like work. And I remember once complaining to a boss that I wanted to do more live sport when I was at Sky Sports. And he said, Gabby, even a tightrope walker has days where it feels like a job. And I guess what he meant was the most exciting jobs in the world sometimes feel like work. But actually, if you can try and minimize those days to just a few a year, then I think you're on the right track. So always try and love what you do and spread love around the people that you work with. The second one is perseverance, because sometimes our goals and our achievements and our aims won't always come as easily as we'd hoped. And in the job that I've done over the last few years, I've met some incredible sports people who've achieved on the highest stage of all, Olympic gold medals, World Cups, Wimbledon titles. And those people have all come through incredible times of crisis and times when their perseverance has been tested. And I've loved hearing those stories because I find them incredibly inspiring. The likes of Chris Hoy telling me that when he was a kid, there was always one kid who beat him at BMX. That was his first cycling sport. And this kid used to beat him in every age group. And when he got to 18, this kid was still beating him. And he chased this kid and he chased this kid. And one day he realized he'd started beating this kid and winning gold medals. But that perseverance that just kept him going and going. One of the most graphic illustrations of this was from Rebecca Adlington when she won her gold medals in the pool in 2008 in Beijing. I went to her house afterwards to spend a day filming with her. And she's from a very ordinary family in Mansfield with no Olympic gold medalists as role models in the family. And she had spent the last year building up to Beijing, training so hard and pushing her body so physically hard that every day she got out of the pool, she threw up. And I'm not suggesting that's how your mantra for your professional lives. That's not a good way to judge how hard we're working in most jobs. But she said that she thought to herself, if my main competitors, and she listed these women that were her main competitors around the world, if they're getting out the pool and throwing up every day, then they can be on the podium with me. If they're not, then I'm the one that deserves to be there. And that incredible perseverance, that incredible determination and dogged determination that she exuded from somewhere inside her, that spirit, I found so inspiring. And you do need that sometimes in your professional life because things don't always come off quite the way that you intended. The other thing is bravery. And bravery sounds a bit dramatic because we think of people being brave when they go to war or if you're in the SAS or if you're perhaps doing a job that you're saving lives. But bravery can come in tinier steps than that, much smaller steps than that, and just doing things that make you feel a bit uncomfortable. It might be standing up in front of a room and talking, and it might be going and having a conversation with a boss about something awkward that you really want to I remember feeling really awkward telling my boss I was pregnant with twins. He was the new boss at ITV Sport, and the first conversation I had to tell him was that me, this woman who presented football, was going to have babies, which seemed, I'd already tried to break into this male bastion of football presenting, and then I was going to do the ultimate female thing and dare to give birth. And having that conversation, I remember going through it with my mum and kind of saying, well, how am I going to say it? You know, it seems so scary to me at the time, but that seems a bit ridiculous. There will be things that you feel are quite a scary prospect, but you have to take those steps to then the next time feel that that's a lot easier. And I'm lucky in the world that I work in and that I get to meet people of all kinds of levels of bravery. And one of the charities I work with at Great Ormond Street, I only need to spend a few hours wandering around Great Ormond Street to see real bravery. And the last time I was there was a little boy who, I say little, he's 15, and he'd spent most of his childhood coming to Great Ormond Street because he's a severe epileptic, and he'd had tons of treatment. And that week I saw him, he had this machine on his head that he'd had to live with for 2 weeks to monitor all his brain waves. And if he had an epileptic seizure, they could monitor what was happening in his brain to see if they could rectify it. A miserable existence for 2 weeks for a 15-year-old boy who all he wanted to do was be out playing football. And I sat on his bed chatting to him, and he had the biggest smile on his face, and he said, I can't wait to wash my hair and get home and hang out with my mates. And I walked out and thought, that is true bravery, and that's true perseverance right there. And it happens every single day in ordinary lives, and we can take those moments and just push on when things feel a little bit difficult for us. And the final thing is humour, because I think if we can laugh at ourselves and if we can not take our mistakes too seriously, it will really stand us in good stead. I make quite a lot of mistakes, but usually I do it in front of a few million people. And when I make those kinds of mistakes at work, I have to learn to laugh at myself quite quickly, otherwise I think I'd be some kind of quivering wreck. And in the job that I do, people are very quick to pounce on your mistakes and tell you when you've said something wrong. Twitter's a wonderful thing for that, I find. You know, I only have to attribute one extra goal to somebody on Match of the Day, and 45,000 people tell me within 3 minutes, which is very kind of them. Sometimes they use expletives as well to tell me. And mistakes happen, but we can't get bogged down by our mistakes, because usually our mistakes lead to better performances and lead to being a better version of you, I think. And one of the biggest mistakes I made on television happened in 2012 at the Olympics. The biggest showcase that I'd ever worked on, the most viewers that we'd ever had for an Olympic Games, the biggest coverage, 26 sports represented across all kinds of different bandwidths. And there we were on the last night of a show I was hosting called Olympics Tonight, which was a kind of highlight show that was showing the best of the Olympics that day. And we had incredible guests on the show over the weeks that we were there. And the final night, the booker had really pulled out all the stops. We had Michael Johnson, who's one of my favourite pundits, the athlete, who's still the 400-metre record holder. We had Tom Daley, who just won a bronze in the pool. Catherine Granger, who just won a gold after 4 silvers. I mean, there's perseverance right there for you. And then we had Ben Ainsley, who was winning his 4th gold medal, and David Beckham. No Olympic record, but when you're offered David Beckham, ladies and gentlemen, to come on a show, you just say yes. And of course, I always sit him very close to me to make sure he's all right, and he smells delicious. And David was the kind of like uber sports star guest that wasn't really entrenched in Olympic sports, so we weren't really going to analyse the sport as such with him, but we were looking at the boxing that day, and Luke Campbell, a boxer from Hull, had won a gold medal. And while the VT of his fight was on, I said to David, it's a terrible thing that happened to Luke in the last year. His mum and his sister died in a car accident. And David agreed that this was a terrible thing to overcome. And then when we came back to air, David decided to bring this information to air, and he said it's amazing what he's achieved in the light of his last year, his mum and his sister dying in a car accident. And we moved on, and we celebrated the rest of the day's sport, and we went outside where we had these gold, silver and bronze medals, threw on the faces, said goodbye to the viewers, and inside I'm so excited. I've just done 18 nights of this show. It's been a critical success, it's been an audience success, it's been the greatest thing I've worked on. I'm ready for a glass of champagne. I've had an abstemious 3 weeks. And in my ear, the producer said, Gabby, go back inside the studio. And being an egomaniacal broadcaster, I thought they bought me a cake. So I wandered back inside the studio, and I could see on the monitors in the studio that we were still broadcasting, and I could see the Olympic flame going. And they said, Gabby, go take a seat on the sofa. We need to let the viewers know that Luke Campbell's mum and sister are alive and well. No, that's good. They're alive and well, you know? You see, that's the negative reaction I was worried that the millions of viewers would have. And so my heart sank. I thought, oh my God, I've just committed the worst mistake. Well, actually, that's not true. David Beckham committed the worst mistake. But right now, the viewer was going to blame me. So I sat down, and in my ear, the producer and a load of other voices had come into the gallery, like the top dogs of BBC Sport had managed to get out of their pits or the bar or wherever they were and come in and have an opinion on this. And they were saying, no, it's Anthony Ogogo, no, it's Anthony Joshua. And they were just naming boxers, basically. So clearly nobody knew. So I thought, rather than inflict this upon another family, I'm just going to take this into my own hands. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid some erroneous information made it to air tonight. And Luke Campbell's mum and sister are alive and well. And I just thought, oh God, I'm going to be absolutely haunted by this. This is going to be, it's a terrible mistake. The Daily Mail is going to be all over me the next day. And I went into my dressing room and put my head in my hands. I rang my husband. I said, look, you know, sell the house. I'm over. I'm finished. It's done. I was a bit melodramatic about it by this point, you understand. Not as much as David Beckham, though, who was last heard wandering the corridors going, who's died anyway? Whose mum and sister died anyway? And we don't work together at all now. And then I got back to my hotel room and I lay in bed that night and I couldn't sleep and I was thinking, this is a terrible thing I've done, it's awful, you know. And Amir Khan kindly on Twitter put Gabby Logan just killed off Luke Campbell's family, LOL, which was very nice of him. And I thought, I've got to ring Mrs. Campbell in the morning just to find out she's alive, if nothing else. And I went back into the BBC and I said, I want to call her and personally apologise. So I called her number and I said, hello, it's Gabby Logan here from the BBC. Oh, yes, dear, I've heard all about you. I said, yes, I'm terribly sorry. A bit of confusion last night, and I'm really sorry about what happened. Yeah, my phone was ringing off the hook, people checking I was all right. I was out partying, celebrating our Luke's gold medal. And I said, well, I didn't hope we didn't spoil your evening. And no, nothing could spoil that, sweetheart. Don't worry about that. Oh, yeah. And she was being very, very kind. And she said, I came downstairs to breakfast this morning at the hotel, and the whole dining room stood up and started singing Thriller to us. So it only took 12 hours for my mistake to be properly rectified and able to get a chuckle out of it. So, you know, if you can commit a mistake like that, I think, professionally and come through it, then you'll be all right. And you've just got to be able to, it takes a bit of time, of course, to laugh at yourself. I was still weeping into my breakfast cereal that morning. But the point of the story is, of course, that you will make mistakes and it will make you stronger. And hopefully you'll be able to tell at a dinner party later an anecdote about something that went terribly wrong at work. And then you can have a good laugh about it. But those are the 4 things that I would say to you, looking back, are so important to your progress and your development, both in your professional lives, but more importantly, because that's where everything comes from, your home lives and your family lives. And I think a lot of you, because this university statistics are quite high, like me, you're possibly the first people in your families that went to university were called pioneers. And that's the thing I love about this university. There are so many families there for whom this will be the first experience of sending somebody through university. And you will inspire more people in your family and hopefully your own families in the future to take up a university education and further learning. And you may even go on to further learning, hopefully here, because we've loved having you. And we want you to spread the word of this university wherever you go in your professional lives and continue to work hard and represent it well, because without you, the future's coming through, but it's really important that the alumni that exist right now can keep that contact with the university. So thank you so much for contributing what you have, and really best of luck to all of you in everything you do. You've got fantastic futures ahead of you, and well done all of you as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor, for a wonderfully inspiring address. I now invite Samantha Green, a student of the graduating cohort, to give the vote of thanks.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, lecturers, guests and fellow students. It's my honour to deliver the vote of thanks, and I would like to thank the Department of Psychology for this opportunity. I want to begin by thanking all of you for attending today and for helping to make today a memorable and exciting experience for everybody that's graduating. I myself am a psychology student who, like many of the graduates here, started my journey 3 years ago. For me, deciding to come to Leeds Trinity was easy. The small student population showed me that it would be easy for me to begin to feel confident, have fun, and pursue a degree which I was passionate about pursuing. So now, 3 years older, and hopefully slightly wiser, I'm glad that I made the decision to join this community. I know that after graduating today, we'll begin to lead separate paths, and many of you will find employment, start postgraduate study, and others will be planning to travel or move back to hometowns. Despite the distance that will be between us all, I know that our experiences and memories from Leeds Trinity will remain with us for a long time. I'm grateful for the time that I spent here. I managed to become a more confident individual, growing and developing alongside some of my closest friends. This section of the ceremony is aptly named the Student Vote of Thanks, but I'd first like to say thank you to everybody here, all of my fellow students who've supported, inspired and taught each other. Being a student is not just about learning from staff, it's about learning from each other, working together to develop skills, understand complex topics, and finally to celebrate each other's successes, like today. Further to this, I hope that you'll all join me in thanking the amazing members of staff at this institution. Without every single one of these individuals, I'm sure many of us would not be here today. Thank you to everyone who's provided emotional, academic and career-based support to the class of 2015. After speaking to a number of students, it became apparent that the group of individuals who deserved a special vote of appreciation are the lecturers here at Leeds Trinity. Within the psychology department, I, like many of my fellow students, have been provided with amazing levels of support. We'd like to show our gratitude for all of your tireless work, for everything that you've done for us, supporting us through difficult times, pushing us to succeed, and also inspiring us to pursue new ideas. You are the ones that will be remembered the most, so thank you. Overall, it's exciting and somewhat scary to say that for many of us today will be the last day we spend at Leeds Trinity University. On behalf of all the students graduating today, I would like to reiterate the message of thanks to every single member of staff who has helped us along this journey. I'd like to end by saying congratulations to all of my fellow students on achieving so much, and good luck to all of you. Thank you for some of my best years, and well done to all of you.
Thank you, Samantha, for a lovely speech. I now invite Mr. Ian Barrow, the Chair of the Board of Governors, to say a few closing remarks.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the academic procession, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Governors of Leeds Trinity University, it gives me great pleasure to congratulate you, our newest graduates. Today's graduation ceremony is an occasion that you will never forget, and rightly so. You have worked very hard for this day and this moment, and we rightly praise you for your commitment and application. Above all, we applaud you for your success. Nothing succeeds like success. Achievements are like stepping stones, with one leading to another. Your degrees represent a significant step forward in your life. It is a very secure step, and it will create opportunities and pathways that may not otherwise have been possible. We are sad to see you leave us today, and saying goodbye is always tinged with sadness. But remember this: the times that you have shared here, the friendships that you have made, and the insights and knowledge that you have gained will always stand you in good stead. These are the ties and experiences that bind. Your days as a student here have come to an end, and we are now delighted to welcome you to our alumni community. We hope, when you are settled in your career, that you may be able to help future generations of students with work placements and internships. I said earlier that success is often self-fulfilling. By choosing to study at Leeds Trinity University, you took a very important step in planning your education and laying the foundations for your career. By graduating today, you have built on this foundation and therefore created more career opportunities for your working life. It is now again up to you to take the next step in your career with the same resolve and determination. With that positive thought, and on behalf of everyone associated with the university, let me again congratulate you on attaining your degree and wish you every success and happiness in the future. I would like to thank Samantha for an excellent vote of thanks on behalf of all students graduating today. We hope that you have enjoyed your special day and that the memory of your time at Leeds Trinity University will inspire you to even greater achievement. It is now my pleasure to invite you and your guests to join us in the atrium, where we will continue the celebrations with a reception. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the ceremony. Please would you stand for the academic procession.